Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, buongiorno, buonasera, dzień dobry, dobry wieczór, i jak dela? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be. Brief video without much to say because there are no updates, but that, I guess, is the update. That is the startling news in the three Brighton ladies case. It is now June 16th, and PC Plod down in Sussex has decided to tell the world nothing at all about what is happening in this most bizarre of cases. I say plural cases because we have the three ladies found either in the sea or washed ashore in Brighton. That was way back in May, middle of May sometime, wasn't it? Early May. I don't know. Seems like a long time ago. Because of that case, shortly after that, a guy that was washed ashore, I believe, Rottingdean Beach, just outside of Brighton, I believe. Now, PC Plod down in Sussex took a big, courageous move there. Went ahead and told us that there was some guy from Hertfordshire, 50 years old. And it was no more information. Oh, no, there was some more information. I think we were told the usual patter that comes out from the police these days. No third party suspicions whatsoever. Can't tell you any more information, but yeah, believe us. No third party suspicions here. I mean, I think that these days is the red flag. As soon as we hear PC Plod say no third party suspicions, we better start thinking that's a possibility because they don't come up with anything convincing that lets us know this could be all, I don't know, above board. I don't know how a body washing ashore can be above board anyway, but there we go. That was the Rottingdean Beach guy. And then there was another guy also washed ashore about half a mile away from where Rebecca Walters was washed up, Brighton Beach. No one knows anything about that guy. Well, I guess the police do. Do they? They haven't told us anything. So that guy, just someone washed ashore, Brighton, very close to where the three ladies were found. Then I think there's a third guy found along the coast, Eastbourne way. And we've heard nothing, no updates, nothing at all. So it's evident to me that Sussex Police have become the Guardia Civil of the UK, in that they are now determined to inform the public of nothing at all, keep whatever cards they have very close to their chest, if they have any cards at all, and just let the world kind of drift on by and pretend nothing here is worth seeing, that it's not of any importance. This is, I would submit, policing of the very lowest level. Sussex Police, get your bloody act together and either tell us that you can't inform us of latest developments because they're of a, I don't know, sensitive nature or investigation might be jeopardized, which is fine. I think most people would accept that. But just to go with silence is golden is not, I would submit, golden. Chosen background of the day, this rather hideous thing, which mentions my Botox failed. So I think it's supposed to be humorous, but this is Auntie Jick, the three ladies' auntie, Jick Johnson, Ajika Johnson, who I think is the same person as Ajika Blakely. As with all this Adetoro clan, they all seem to have at least three, well, at least two, I should say, at least two names that are out there, often three or four. So Ajika Johnson, Auntie Jick, Ajika Blakely, I believe all the same person. But what I'm going to say here is that it looks to me like this family often have three names, three, and I would assume three identities. But it's one person, I believe. That's why I think we have Lillian Jacobson, that apparently lives in Texas. But there's also on the electoral roll a Lillian Adetoro that lives at the same address as Auntie Jick here. Now, are those two different people in the same family, both called Lillian? Both with the last name Adetoro, but one chooses to go with dad's alternative last name Jacobson? Until proven otherwise, I'm going with the assumption that something scammy is afoot here. And the root of the scam, the heart of the scam, is multiple identities for the same person. I don't need to go into the details of how that works. I mean, obviously, if you have one person, three identities, and let's say, just for the sake of argument, let's speculate that you are receiving some kind of benefit payment, one person, three identities, you're getting three payments. I mean, that's quite a good income. But I mean, without any evidence to prove that, I can only speculate. But it is odd to me that so many people in this family have a variation of their name or variations of their name, and it never goes explained. It could well be that PC Plod down in Sussex is deep into the investigation on how the scam has worked. But let's leave that aside. Let's say I've got that totally wrong. There's no scam. These people are all legit. Well, I've done previous videos on the hideous, absolutely hideous criminal background to this family. Auntie Jeek's son, Anton, locked away for quite some time. Um, Armed robbery, I believe. Um, the three sisters' uncle, David Adatoro, many, many years in jail. Again, same kind of thing, armed robbery, gunshots, kidnapping. I mean, we're not talking about your run of the mill pickpocketer or shoplifter here. These are serious, serious criminals, the Manchester Adatoro family. But that aside, we've got, to me, what smells of something very scammy. We've got the criminal background. I must say, not to Joseph Adatoro or Joseph Toro or Joseph Jacobson, or what did he used to go by in his youth? He used to be known as Remy, Aderemi Adatoro, another of his names. Yeah, I can't see anything particular, just some odd things that go with him. I mean, on Facebook, he is an engineer with cable and wireless. Sounds very grand. On the other hand, we're told he's 68 years old and a security guard. Not quite the same. I don't know. I don't know the truth. I hope Sussex Police do know the truth or are getting to see the truth. But why are we being told nothing? Let's just take one example. The example I'll take is the CCTV. Now, I read out yesterday a report from 2021, newspaper report, about an older man that died trying to save his drowning dog. And this was Hove, near Brighton, just alongside from Brighton there. And what was interesting about the article was that the son of the poor man that drowned had got to see on CCTV footage every moment of that tragedy, from the moment his dad threw the ball for the dog, from the moment the dog jumped in the sea, from the moment the dog disappeared under the waves, from the moment the dog owner, his dad, went into the sea, got hit by three waves. The detail that this poor son saw of his dad drowning is unbelievable. And the way it's related, you could almost see it yourself. So what fascinates me there is Hove, which I believe is the same municipality, same council, is it not, as Brighton? They clearly have very good CCTV coverage all along their stretch of beach right there, to the point where this poor man could see his dad drowning and everything that happened. And I'm told by locals in Brighton that they too have exactly the same thorough coverage of the whole of the seafront. I would imagine so in this day and age. I would imagine so. I would imagine you simply can't get out of your car on Brighton seafront, walk along the beach, dive into the waters, and not be picked up on a camera somewhere. I just don't believe that's possible. And so, where did anyone ever get the notion that these three ladies would have gone into the sea from the beach? Because that's one of those, if it's not on the cameras, then it surely didn't happen. There's an oddity to this because I said one alternative is if they aren't on camera going along the beach and into the sea, it would imply they were already on the sea in a boat, and that's how they ended up on land. Well, two of them didn't. Two of them were fished out from the sea, and one was washed ashore, Rebecca. But that still doesn't explain everything, because we were told that their three handbags were found on the beach. So if the three ladies were washed ashore from a boat, having been pushed off a boat or jumped off a boat or whatever, if they came from the sea to the shore, that still doesn't explain how the three handbags ended up on the beach. There's still got to be footage of someone walking along that beach, dropping off leaving three handbags there. You don't have a handbag that spontaneously creates itself and no human is involved. So whichever way you look at this, why have we not been told how the handbags got there, even if we haven't been told how the ladies got there? This one is, it just defies all rationality and logic. There's got to be a simple answer. There is a simple answer. We just wish PC Plod down in Sussex would explain what they see or what they don't see. I'm a bit bemused by the car as well. We were told they drove down there. Where's the car? Why was that not found? It's been found. Why not photographed? And I mean, like I say, this was all back in May. It's now past the middle of June. Why is it that no one has come forward apart from the family? I mean, if we assume, if we speculate the whole family are involved and they know this kind of thing is a scam, it's some kind of identity fraud, if the whole family are aware of that, then we understand they're not going to say a word about it. But what about friends? You're trying to tell me that the three Brighton ladies didn't have one single friend between them? We were told they're churchgoers. Not one person from their church has come forward to say, I know them, I remember them, talk to them, and this is what I know about them. Not one person has come forward. We were told Christina was a recent graduate of Brunel University. Where are her classmates? Oh, you're going to say she did everything online. But yeah, but there's still a certain interaction. You have to have a teacher, professor. You still have classmates. You still have someone that is aware of your existence and has evidence that you were studying at Brunel. And their occupations unknown. Well, originally we were told Jane was an accountant. And then I think it was in the inquest, we were told, still trying to find out what their occupations are. We were also told in the Daily Mail interview that Auntie Jick gave, along with the stepmother, Dr. Genevieve Barnaby Adatoro, that the girls would send at least two messages a day to their dad. Constant contact, two messages a day, no photos of them, no photos of them anywhere to be seen. But two messages a day. And yet on that day, I don't know, what did the two messages say? The two messages obviously didn't say driving down to Brighton to go for a swim. It's not adding up, is it? But what frustrates me is Sussex Police surely know this doesn't add up, and yet, for whatever reason, they can't come out and say this doesn't add up. Why the silence? We could all live with, I'll say it one more time, then I'll finish. We could all live with the silence if we were given a good explanation why the best move for the police right now is to remain silent. And it has to be, it could be a simple, investigations are so complex that until we've discovered what we think is behind this case, we can't reveal. Yeah, fine, just say something. But please, Sussex Police, if any of you connect with Sussex Police who are listening to me right now, this is why the nation as a whole has such little faith in your ability and your competency to get to the heart of any crime. Honestly, it is that bad these days in the UK. This case shows exactly why Middle England, if we put it like that, doesn't believe the police have any great capacity, ability, determination to find out what has actually happened here. Like I say, Guardia Civil, the Spanish Guardia Civil, somehow influenced Sussex Police to act like they do. I wonder why. All right, let's leave it there. I mean, what do you think? Are we going to go all the way through to October's inquest and hear nothing from Sussex Police about anyone that was washed ashore on the beach lately? Is that where we are? I certainly hope not. Hasta luego, adios, hasta la vista, and see you next time.